In today's video, day 2 from South by Southwest, a restroom faucet goes on holiday. A pigeon refuses to be interviewed. We might have seen 2 of the 4 horses of the apocalypse. But first, let's head to the British Music Embassy.
I've been having a lot of fun mixing on it. It's so easy to get used to. It's been taking me a while to really find a desk that suits me and one that I'm happy working with, and honestly the dLive is probably one of the first big size mixing consoles that I've really been comfortable getting to grips with. A couple months before I came out here to South by, I had an opportunity to play around on the desk. Alan and Heath came over to Production Park and I basically had a full day of just getting to grips with the console, and out of all mixing desks I've used and tried, this dLive has been by far the easiest for me to get used to using, so really nice for someone like me to get behind. I really like the mix button function, the way that it goes both ways. So on monitors, if I want to mix into a wedge, I can press mix here, mix channels into it, and vice versa. I can press on a channel and choose which wedges I want it to go into as well. I just think that's really neat, and it makes sense to me. It's just simple.
I am a freelance sound engineer that works with several companies here in town. In this particular event, I'm doing the shore club for White Claw. So we have about 10 bands during this weekend. I have a dLive, which is fantastic, and I love the small 1500 control surface for these kind of events. Small footprint, a lot of horsepower. I really like the setup, the easy, how easy it is to set up the surface in the way that you want it. That's one of my main things that I like dLive is doing very well, is just how you can set up your show however you want it. That's something that in other consoles is a little bit murky, but for this is fantastic. Well, I prefer to have physical faders, but in this kind of situation, having an iPad and having an app that is easy to set up and it works regardless, just put the address, make sure that you have your gateway and it's running. It doesn't have as many hiccups as others and it's great. I usually use Alan and Heath for a lot of my shows. SQ, we have the dLive, all the way back from the iLive system. Oh yeah, I have a lot of projects coming up. I have a jazz small tour that I'm doing next month, and hopefully I'll have an SQ7 for that. Alan and Heath at South by Southwest.
Hi there, my name is Jez, audio specialist for Subfrantic Production Services back in London, and I've been looking after front of house duties here at the British Music Embassy in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. I love dLive. It's my desk choice back home, and to be honest, it just makes my life a lot easier when I come to places like this. And I know sort of what I'm doing. One of my favourites is the Peak 76 limiter. Basically, what you can get out of it with very little input is quite impressive. I use it for vocals quite a lot, especially with acoustic duos and stuff like that. Let's say just get a decent output. Don't be afraid. Basically, I think jumping up from, say, an SQ or an Avantis can be quite daunting. I know because I've done it myself. Just be confident in yourself and say get behind it and try and use as much of it as you can, really. Alan and Heath at South by Southwest.
Special thanks to Harvey, Juno, and Jez for sharing their wonderful dLive stories. We had such an awesome time experiencing the sights and sounds of Austin at South by Southwest 2023. We hope you found these videos to be informative and enjoyable. Stay tuned for more Alan and Heath at South by Southwest.